Imagine finally saving enough money to renovate your home. The permits are approved. The contractor arrives with trucks and workers unloading equipment. Everything feels exciting until your neighbor slowly walks across the street with a clipboard and a smile that feels wrong. Not friendly, not welcoming. The kind of smile someone wears when they believe they are about to ruin your entire day. She introduces herself loudly so the whole street can hear. Karen, HOA president. Then she turns to your contractor and calmly says the job is illegal and will result in massive fines. Suddenly, the confident contractor who shook your hand an hour ago looks nervous. Workers pause, tools stop moving. The energy in the yard changes instantly. You try explaining that the permits were approved and everything followed the rules. Karen laughs loudly in front of your neighbors and says she controls what happens in this neighborhood. Then she pulls out her phone and starts calling someone from the HOA board. 5 minutes later, your contractor walks over with bad news. The job is canceled. Trucks begin packing up. Workers avoid eye contact as they leave your driveway. Karen stands in the street, proudly announcing that rules matter here, and some people need to learn respect. What she doesn't realize is that threatening a contractor to cancel a signed job isn't HOA authority. It's interference with a legal contract, and it's about to cost her everything. The next morning, I call another contractor. Smaller company. Honest guy. I explain what happened and show him the permits again. He studies the documents carefully, nods, and agrees the project is completely legal. By noon, his crew arrives and work begins again. For a moment, I actually think the nightmare is over. Then Karen's SUV slowly rolls down the street like a patrol car. She parks directly in front of my house, steps out with her clipboard, and starts filming the workers with her phone. Loudly, she announces they're participating in an illegal construction project. Neighbors start appearing again, some pretending to walk their dogs just to watch the show. The contractor pulls me aside looking uneasy. Karen has walked up to him saying the HOA will blacklist his company from every job in the neighborhood if he continues. She claims lawsuits, fines, and inspections will destroy his business. The workers stop again. Tools go quiet. The contractor sighs and quietly apologizes before calling his crew back to the trucks. Karen smiles like she just won the Super Bowl. She loudly tells the neighbors she protects this community from people who think they're smarter than the rules. But while she's celebrating, something she didn't notice happened. My doorbell camera recorded the entire conversation, including the part where she threatened his business. That night, I replay the doorbell footage. Every word is clear. Karen threatening the contractor's business, promising lawsuits, and ordering him to cancel the job. I send the video to the contractor along with copies of the permits. 10 minutes later, he calls me back, sounding furious. Apparently, this isn't the first time she's bullied companies. The contractor forwards the video to his lawyer. By the next morning, Karen receives something she didn't expect, a formal legal notice accusing her of interfering with a signed construction contract. The document explains that threatening a contractor's livelihood to stop legal work can lead to serious financial damages. Suddenly, her little HOA power game becomes a real legal problem. Word spreads through the neighborhood fast. Neighbors who watch the drama now whisper on sidewalks and group chats. Someone leaks the video in the HOA community forum. Karen's confident smile disappears when she realizes the board members themselves are watching the clip. The same board she kept claiming supported her decisions. 2 days later, an emergency HOA meeting is announced. Karen arrives expecting support. Instead, the room is silent. The board president slides a printed screenshot from the video across the table and calmly asks one question. Did you threaten this contractor? For the first time since this started, Karen looks genuinely nervous. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Karen walks into the HOA meeting trying to feign confidence. I was only protecting the neighborhood, she insists. Board members exchange looks. The contractor's legal notice sits prominently on the table. Every word from the video has been printed, time-stamped, and delivered to each board member. For the first time, Karen feels the weight of her own arrogance pressing down like a ton of bricks. The HOA board calmly reads the evidence, then turns to Karen. You threatened a contractor, interfered with the legal contract, and put this neighborhood at risk, the president says. Gasps fill the room. Karen opens her mouth, then closes it. She tries to deflect, but the board isn't buying it. Her authority, once absolute, evaporates in front of the entire community. Within days, the contractor files a civil claim. The board announces Karen is suspended from all HOA duties until further notice. Neighbors who once watched in awe now smirk as she scurries to explain herself. Humiliation spreads like wildfire. Every conversation on the block whispers her name. Karen's tiny kingdom of power collapses while my driveway finally fills with trucks ready to rebuild what she tried to destroy. The renovation begins. Workers laugh quietly as they pass the security camera that recorded her downfall. Karen, standing behind her porch railing, glares helplessly. Her threats, her smirks, her power plays, all backfired spectacularly. And the sweetest part? She knows she has no comeback. The neighborhood watches, the contractor smiles, and I finally enjoy my home, uninterrupted and victorious. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.